Hey everyone, and welcome back to VFX Vibe once again. So in today's video we are going to see how we can render ambient occlusion from Unreal Engine. Yes, so in today's video we are going to work on ambient occlusion inside Unreal Engine. So without any delay, let's get started. Okay, as you can see over here, I have a scene setup where I have multiple assets and one character over here as well, which is free in marketplace. You can go in, you can check. And if I'm going over here, my character is animated as well. And for my compositing purposes, I need ambient occlusion to be rendered, right? So first thing first, we are going over here in lit mode, and over here in buffer visualization we will have ambient occlusion, right? So here you can easily see I am getting my ambient occlusion, but in your case it won't possible, right? So how we can fix it? So first thing first, go over here in project setting, and in project setting I am going over here in engine, and probably I'll go to rendering, and in rendering you will have dynamic global illumination method. In your case it will be lumen. So once this will be lumen, you won't be able to see anything like that. So you need not to worry. So what you have to do, just you have to go to project setting, and under engine you have to go to rendering, and in rendering you need to go to global illumination, and you have to change dynamic global illumination method from lumen to screen space. As I'm going to do screen space, you can easily see I am having my ambient occlusion, but this is not renderable because once I'm going over here and I'm going to do lit, your ambient occlusion will gone. So to render it, we need a material which will help us to render, right? So what I'm going to do, before creating that material, what also we need to do, we need to add a post process volume, right? So let's add a post process volume. I'm going over here and probably I'll type post process. So I'll have my post process volume, and definitely I'm going to click and drag, right? So first thing first, I would like to change in post process volume is unbound, right? So I'm going to do infinite extend unbound, so that my post process will affect entire scene, not only in the box, right? This I'll do, and after that I'm going to create my material, right? So I'll go to my content drawer and I'll go over here and probably I'll go to materials, right? I'm going to right click, pretty simple, and I'm going to create material, and probably I'll name M underscore AO, ambient occlusion, why not? And I'm going to double click. So here my material editor will open, and if you want to know material editor in detail, I'll recommend to see my ongoing series, which is introduction to materials, right? So in materials, I'm going to change material domain to post process material, post process. And once I'm going to select post process, only emissive color will be active, right? So I'm going over here, hit tab or right click, and I'm going to type scene, and you have to check scene texture. So once you are going to check scene texture, and inside scene texture, you need to change scene texture ID from scene color to ambient occlusion. If you go down, and you'll have ambient occlusion. I'm going to select ambient occlusion, and I'll connect color to emissive color, and that's it. I have to save it and just close it. After closing, I'm going to my content drawer one more time, and I'm going to right click, and I'll create material instance. So I'm typing MI material instance and AO. Simple. And after that, what you have to do, you have to select post process, and you have to type over here like materials, and you'll get array, right? So you have to add one array, and from here you can use asset reference. And once my array has been created, what you have to do, just you have to go over here in content drawer, and you can select it, and you can come over here and you can apply it. So once you are going to apply mi underscore AO, you can see my ambient occlusion has been applied as a post process material, right? Also, if you want to change ambient occlusion quality, you can type over here ambient, and you'll get intensity and radius. You can play with it. Sometime it will work, sometime it won't work, but you can use this two values to change your ambient occlusion quality, right? Again, over here I'm going to select my camera, you can see, and over here in my sequencer, you can easily see my camera is animated, right? So what I'm going to do now, again, if you want to know more about sequencer, you can go and you can check my video which I have created over sequencer as well, right? So here, to render it, what you need to do, just you need to go over here, right? And again, if you can see, my ambient occlusion is not that great. You need not to worry, this will be fixed in rendering, right? So I'm going over here and I'm going to click on unsaved, and I'm going to delete jpeg. You need to select exr for better quality. Also, I'm going to use anti-aliasing. Based upon your hardware, you can use 32 or 64. I'm going to use 64, and I'm going to check override anti-aliasing. Apart from that, if you want, you can use a game override so that any LODs issue won't come. And after that, if you want, you can use a console command or console variable for quality, and probably screen r dot screen percentage. You can put 150 or whatever you want. But for this case, I'm not going to use console variables. If needed, I can use it, but it's all up to you. After doing all settings, you can go over your output where you want to save it. Like I can go and I can save it where I want. Name it, resolution you can type, and most of the thing you have to use custom physical range, because how many frames I want to render, right? So suppose that I want to render 150 frames. So I'm going over here and probably I'll render 150 frames, right? So let me render it and I'll come back once it's done. Okay, so as you can see over here, I have rendered my ambient occlusion pretty nicely, and as you can see, I am getting very good kind of ambient occlusion. So by doing this, you can render your ambient occlusion separately, and later on in Nuke, in compositing software, you can utilize your ambient occlusion to generate more context shadows. So I hope this video will help you to understand ambient occlusion inside Unreal Engine in a better way. And if you think that this video is helping you, please don't forget to like this video, share this video, and if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. With this said, this is VFX Vibe signing off. Have a good day.